go live, but keep asking what you need to ask, Liz. It's no big deal.
Well, ma'am, it's 11 o'clock, so if you would please take it away.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Military show, Veterans to Veterans. Hey, look who's here today. This is growing, you guys. And these videos are going to be sent to military organizations and veteran-owned companies to play in their waiting rooms and lobbies. And for anybody around the globe who's sitting at home and is military or sad, anybody. So share away. It's fine. Do it, you guys. So welcome. I'm Linda Mark Smith, the creator of this. Liz Freesius, give it up for her. She's my co-hostess with the mostest. Woo! Oh. And today we have a full crew. You got Dave here, you've got Chris, you've got Typhoon Panda, you got Liz Freesius and me. We're gonna knock it out of the park to help military and veterans forget about things they had to do so we could do jokes in English. Am I right, guys?
All right.
I'm gonna make you forget anything and just kick back and laugh. So that's the goal of this, to love you, to thank you for your service, your continued extended service beyond your service, and make you just laugh. Having said that, I just want you to know that I come from a crazy place in America, right? Crazy place. You know, I always wanted to be from the Upper West Side of New York, but as luck would have it, I'm from the Upper West Side of the US map, Oregon. You know, I couldn't win at that. I had to be born in Oregon. Now I live in Vegas, and all the action's back in Portland. I got here just in time for the pandemic. There was no Sin Nowhere here in Sin City when I got here. All the news was happening back home. You know, I just guess I was another day late and $1 short, whatever. In the 70s, you guys, I was a wanted woman. Don't let these dimples fool you. And I found it out at the post office, Chris. Isn't that awkward? You don't want to find out you're wanted at the post office. His eyes were following me. He said he wanted me. He was pointing right at me. Okay, it was Uncle Sam. And I'm a boomer. Do you think we said no to men? No, we didn't. So I went in the army. And they took this little half Jewish girl and plunked me down in the middle of Deutschland over alles the other countries in the world. Holy Toledo, they should have checked my record. I was weird being over there in the 70s because I was one woman among 2,000 men, Typhoon. Can you imagine? Wow. Why do you think I'm still smiling at 70 years of age?
Wow.
I was really bad at math too, and all day long the men wanted a piece of me. There wasn't enough pieces to go around. I was bad at math, so it's a good thing I joined for 3 long years, because every day it was like, how many times are they going to try to shove 2,000 into one and have any kind of a remainder? But I got to tell you, I'm still standing. Yeah. Really? You just do what you got to do. I had a lot of fun in the military anyway. We had a lieutenant, and every time I'd walk into the room, he'd be talking to the guys till I walked in. Then he'd turn and look at me and he'd go, they call me the 60-minute man. One time I just had it up to here with that. And I said, what, to get it up? I never got promoted past that point. Had a bit of a mouth. Yeah. The funnest thing that ever happened in Germany was a sign that was on our computer. The computer took up the whole room. Those were the days. The sign said, Now follow along because it sounds like it's in German, but it's obviously English with a little German thrown in. The sign said, oh my gosh, Longhorn is here. Longhorn, the comedian, is here. Welcome, Longhorn. Welcome. The sign in Germany said on the computer, the sign on the, welcome, Longhorn. I'm just finishing up my set, and then we're going to go with the lineup that Liz posted. Liz, do you want to say anything to Longhorn? I'll just stop for a second.
Actually, I'll send him a note in the chat section so you can continue your set.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I'm
please,
in
by all
Germany.
means.
What?
Please, by all means.
Okay, thank you. So I'm in Germany. I'm in the computer room. The computer takes up the whole room. And the sign on the computer says, Das Machine is nicht für Fingerpoken and Mittengraben. Der Dummkopf watch the blinking lights. That was the funnest thing in Germany. That's about my time. I'm just going to give it back to the room because we got a good little lineup going. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to give this to Liz, my co-host. If you don't know her yet, she's amazeballs. Liz Friesius.
Thank you so much, and please keep it going for our wonderful host, Linda Marcus Smith.
All
Well,
right.
ladies and gentlemen, we've got one heck of a lineup going here today. Put your hands together. Welcome to the stage from the Veterans of Comedy, Chris Crawford.
Yay.
All right, how's it going, guys? Man, they like to introduce me, Chris Crawford, one of the Veterans of Comedy. Chris Crawford, San Angelo's own. Crickets, that's all I get. So I'm going to reintroduce myself. I'm going to give you some credits that people like to care about. What you have in front of you is a man with 2 HBO specials, 1 Showtime special, and 2 Comedy Central highlights. All recorded on my DVR at home, and I can't wait to get there to watch them. Now, you don't know who the hell I am. I'll tell you, though, just like a vegan will tell you, just like a CrossFitter will tell you who the hell they are, just like a guy with the word veteran on his shirt will tell you who he is. I'm a veteran. All right. Now, the Air Force kept me around for about 20 years, and I'm a special type of veteran. I'm the type of veteran that believes the word veteran should never be abbreviated to the word vet. You see, vet can mean so many different things. It can mean animal doctor. It can mean prior serviceman. It can mean Corvette. It can even mean a person with a lot of experience in their profession. Now, my father-in-law, he was in the service. So was his dog. So in theory, I, as a vet, could help a vet, take his vet to the vet, and a vet, like a vet. You guys are looking at me like, how did I get on your screen? I'm going to tell you, I was vetted. Oh, man. Now, like most military people, I'm not from San Angelo. I'm a transplant. So when I go home for the holidays, I really have to go somewhere. And I go all the way back to a place called Cooter, Missouri. Yeah, I said Cooter. It's a nice place in a backwoodsy, rednecky sort of way. But I'll tell you, I do love being in Cooter. I'll tell you that all day. Now, anytime I go home, me and my family, we take a trip over to the department store, the only department store in Cooter. And when I say department store, what I mean is the Dollar General. And when I say me and my family, I mean me and my family. I'm talking about my nieces, my nephews, my aunts, my uncles, my grandma, my grandpa, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, my kids, and my wife. One great big redneck mecca right over to the great department store of Cooter, Missouri. Now, the last time we made such a trip, my youngest daughter, she began to act out, you know, the way they do. So I was going to try and crush it at the lowest level. Bend down, have a conversation with her. Now, before I get too far into that, military members, depending on when you serve, you have your own world problems to think about, your own war. Mine happened to be the war on terrorism. With that came some common misconceptions. People believe that Middle Easterners raise their kids to be terrorists. That's not true. All kids are terrorists. Just in America, we like to train it out of them. Now, let me get back to my story with my child. I got down about eye level. She began to make demands. Well, I don't negotiate with terrorists, so I scoop her little butt up. I'm going to take her out to the car. That's the known consequence. Now, she doesn't like that, so she's fighting a little bit. So like any good dad would, I threw up over my shoulder, and I quickened my pace. Then she began to really fight me. Arms this way, legs that way, really giving me hell. And I'm okay with this. But then my child, she did the unthinkable. In public, she cried for help. She was all, help me, help help me, help me, help me, help me. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a middle-aged man. You're a small community. You don't know me. I'm damn near running for the door with a small child draped over my shoulder, kicking and flailing, fighting for his life, talking about help, help, help. Man, Texas, I'd have been shot. Man, I couldn't get out that door quick enough. I damn near sprinted across the parking lot, got to the car, opened the car door, went to put her in. She didn't want to go in. She's holding on to the door frame with all four limbs like this. And I'm pushing on her torso, pushing on her torso till little limbs just give out, get into the car seat, tear down like a damn hostage. Stand up, look around, hundreds of spectators. Some might call them witnesses. But you know, not a single one of them challenged me. You know why? Because they know all kids are terrorists, not to be negotiated with. Oh, man. Oh, you guys smile and nod a little bit like that's true, but you know it's not true. It's not. We do negotiate with our kids. In fact, we give them their own rules to play by. For instance, if a child was to throw out its arms and run into a room and go pop, 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 look up and declare, I'm a helicopter. You know what you'll tell that kid? Yeah, you are. Be anything you want to be. But Lord forbid, I, as a grown-ass man, should throw out my arms, run into a room, and go pop, 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 pop. Look up and declare, I'm a helicopter. People say mean things, like get away from me, or we should see other people. Speaking of seeing other people, I'm gonna give you guys a chance to do that right now. That's my time.
Oh,
Ladies and
thank you,
gentlemen,
Chris.
for Chris. Coming to the stage, we have another one of our veterans of comedy, Tai Fu Panda. Put your hands together for him.
Hey, hey. y'all gonna have to excuse me because I'm medicated right now, so I'm high. Okay. But I feel like I fought for my country, that hey, I can say what I want to say. And I eat everything. So I got a cousin say he doesn't eat pork. And I'm telling him, I'm like, he said, well, pigs don't have sweat glands. I'm like, well, hey, neither does dogs, but you still go to the Chinese buffet, you know? I think as racists, we should all laugh together. So I don't care who you vote for, as long as you put your name in the hat. You can't talk shit unless you put your name in the hat. So whoever you vote for, it doesn't matter. But we do need to keep Latinos here. We need to keep them here. If we get all our Latinos, who's gonna cook our Chinese food? Jacked up. I tell a lot of stuff like that, but I am a father, and I have 2 gay children. I found out my son was gay when I gave him the bra test. Most men can unhook a bra with one hand. So I put a bra on the teddy bear and he had trouble with it. He couldn't get it and figure it out. I was like, But my daughter goes over there and just goes, cack. I was like, oh, okay. That says a lot. And the crazy thing is, she says, when she got older now, she says, hey, Dad, I think I'm gonna marry my girlfriend. I was like, okay, that doesn't matter. That's cool. Are you the man or the woman in the relationship? She said, well, I guess I'm equivalent to the man. I said, cool, I ain't got to pay for this fucking wedding. That's it. I don't care who you love. I loved you before you knew how it worked. And the crazy thing is, I'll be having a question. You know, I had to change my browser history once though that happened. Though, you know, once I found out she was a lesbian, I had to stop looking at that type of porn. But I did find out that now that I'm getting older, I hate young people. You know, they always talking about what they've been through. Oh, I've been through a lot. I'm like, you had seatbelts when you was we had our parents' forearm. That's what our first seatbelt was, our parents' forearm. You guys got all kind of stuff like allergies. We didn't have allergies. Our parents made one pot, that was it. I don't care if you're allergic to it or not, that's what you eat. it is crazy. They have autism and stuff now. I don't know if you deal with autism, but I got autism in my family, and I know they're strong. All right, they are like incredible folk in disguise. And the crazy thing is, when we was coming up, they just called him special. Like my little cousin Kenny, they called him. He was just special. We'd be playing a game of kickball or something, and Miss Johnson or somebody would holler out and say, "Hey, y'all let Kenny kick the ball. You guys know he's special." So kids was cruel. They'll be like, "Hey, Kenny's about to kick the ball. This doesn't count. We're just gonna let him kick it, and we're gonna get to the real game." But they don't know this is Incredible Hulk. So he'll kick that ball into a whole nother neighborhood. Like, damn. Okay, they count 2-1. That's 2-1. That's a home run. He's on our team. The next day, we was picking Kenny up like, "Hey, we got Kenny. Stop eating the mud, Kenny. Come on. We just need you to kick." We're doing all this. It's crazy because young people also they got porn at their fingertips. They have porn. Just click a button, it's right there. My first porn experience was the Sears catalog. Do you know how hard it is to fill a sock to the Sears catalog? You have to have great imagination. I am a sock filler. A lot of my brethren are too, especially in the military. We know what goes down in the stalls. It's crazy because with my military experience, I was trash. And I'll leave you guys with this story. I was the last to qualify out of 600 people in my platoon, were in my company, my battery. And I was the last to qualify. It was so bad. Like I can't shoot so bad. It's almost like they just gave me a participation ribbon, just a blue ribbon. Here, you was here. Sign the book, you was here. It's crazy. I mean, I was terrible, but I knew I couldn't. I was never a thug or anything like that. I could never go to jail because I sleep with my mouth open. And I've never committed a crime, folks. You know, I sleep with my mouth wide open, and I sleep hard too. I can only imagine my cellmate just wrecking my mouth, and I don't want to wake up sticky. I don't want to wake up like Bill Cosby victims or something. You know, it's like, "Hey man, why are you naked? Man, what the heck is going on? Man, you was sleeping so hard and you had a nightmare and almost bit me." So I stay away from crime. I stay away from crime. That's a little bit about me. I'll go ahead and turn it back over to you. All right, Liz.
Fu Panda.
Yay.
Coming to the stage, Longhorn, the comedian.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? I didn't come to do jokes. I came to see y'all do jokes. I'm busy. I'm doing real world stuff. Y'all telling jokes. I'm in here. Let me show you what I'm doing. Yeah, you see that right there? Yeah, that's me. I'm fixing plumbing. That's what I'm doing. And I said I was gonna fix it myself. My wife looked at me and said, "Oh shit. This gonna cost us some money. We need to call somebody." I'm like, "Baby, I'm right here. You ain't gotta call nobody. I'm right here. I got this." She said, "Baby, you are famous. You are the Bill Cosby of fixing shit." Y'all remember on the Huxtable show, on the Bill Cosby show, whenever Bill would try to fix something, Claire would go, "Oh God," and she called somebody to have him waiting because Bill go to fix the plumbing and the light switch would stop working. So yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm going through. I'm sitting over here listening to y'all tell a story. I love y'all. All y'all were great. Time, close your mouth, bro. Yeah. I was a horrible soldier too. Yes, I was. I was. Yeah, I'm a proud retired private E1. Yes, I am kind of proud of that. I'm sitting here and I was trying to go to the grocery store this morning, but I didn't put on no pants. I had on my basketball shorts, and my wife said, your legs don't match the rest of your body. I'm like, "Excuse me?" She said, "Yeah, your legs ain't the same color as the rest of you. You black on the top and Puerto Rican at the bottom." So Yeah, I still got my winter color going on. I have not told one joke that I've wrote yet. I'm sorry. This is just stuff off the top of my head, man. I was outside pulling violets outside before. It's so hot in Missouri. It means my wife said, "Why are you outside pulling violets?" So I went outside to pull violets and come back in. I'm gonna show you how hot it is in Missouri. When I went outside, I was white. You see what happened? So yeah, it's just a little rough, man. And then all the veterans of comedy, man. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love every opportunity I get to spend some time on stage with y'all because it's court ordered. Yes, it is. But being a veteran of comedy means a lot to me because all my other friends are part of other groups, like NA and AA and yeah. So having some friends that's not a part of those groups is really kind of cool. I hail from Texas, but I live in the great state of Missouri, where they say show me. And I love that every one of y'all on here is showing how funny that you guys are because honestly, I don't know if y'all know it or not. We supposed to go back inside. They supposed to do something stupid and say, yeah, mask ain't enough. Y'all need to go back in for a little while. And yeah, I already had enough of that. Y'all don't understand. My wife took social distancing just a little too far in that last, during the first part of the pandemic, that 6 feet distancing thing. Yeah, I haven't had sex since last March. So she's just taking it just a little too far, being social distance. Okay, did I lose y'all? Okay, there you go.
That was good.
Ty actually said that's a good one. But at the same time, I normally don't do Zoom shows. I have done Zoom shows, but I typically try not to because doing a Zoom comedy show is like taking a blow-up doll to the prom. You probably shouldn't do it, but you can. It's just not going to go over well. So you just don't get the same effect, and then people want to use your blow-up doll, which that's kind of nasty by itself. So you have to bring your own, you tell them, hey man, you bring your own Lysol or bleach, I'm gonna need you to clean that up when you get through. So that's just me ranting. Like I said, I love to watch y'all, and I meant to catch you earlier, Linda. I'm sorry, but no, seriously, this is my mess right here. Yeah, you see all that? Yeah. This is what guys with gray hair do. Yes, we actually fixed. That's my beautiful wife in the back. Say hi, wife.
Hi, wife.
Yeah, that's Mrs. Longhorn, as people like to call her. She's eating a wonderful salad that we grew in the garden. It's actually not my garden. It's my pastor's garden. We just steal fruit from it and vegetables. It doesn't belong to him. Everything that he's got is because of the church's money. So it's better to give than receive, right? So we receive, and so yeah, there we go. All right, y'all. I'm Longhorn. Y'all be safe, be careful, take care of yourself, love yourselves, and just continue to be blessed. Peace.
Yay! Thank you, Longhorn. Back to you,
Let's
Liz.
keep it going for Longhorn. Oh my God. Well, before our headliner comes up, I'll give you a couple minutes here. Yes, I'm Liz Fresius, the woman, the myth, the legend. And Chris, you've got my sympathy. I went to tech school in San Angelo.
You're 1 and 1?
I'm actually 14N.
I taught that for a year. I hate you. Just kidding.
I went to AIT in San Antonio.
Oh my God.
I'm from Texas, but I was a combat medic.
Combat, dang. I was just CLS. That's all I had was combat lifesaver. I was an EMT as a civilian. But here's the thing. I am the ultimate disgrace of the military. I'm an enlisted brat who grew up in the Navy, trained with the Army, and spent 30 years in the Air Force. So yes, I am officially the disgrace of the place.
I might have you.
How long were you in for?
Oh, I wasn't here, but about did my 4. But that's how bad it was.
Well, here's the thing. You were in during the tough time. I came in the 90s. Iraq invaded Kuwait when I was in basic training. Let me give you my dates there.
I was in the 90s.
You were in the 90s too. Sweet.
I'm 46.
Dang, I got you beat by age. Oh my God, bunch of young punks on here.
96 is basic.
Hey, listen, we know what a dial tone sounds like, though.
Great for slamming the phone down on people when they're being obnoxious.
Listen, you said you were a bunch of young people. Listen, we also got off the phone when it was a thunderstorm, so we've been through the same.
Hold on. You talking about, wait a minute, you trying to say you date everybody on here? No.
Hey.
David right there in the box. David used to open for Abbott and Costello.
They were very kind.
So we've officially got the brown shoe days of the military. We got the black combat boot days of the military. We're gonna have to get one of these young punks with these fuzzy green boots that they're wearing nowadays. We're gonna have to
And-
pull them in the future.
And the timeout cards.
It's foliage green. Foliage
Yeah.
green. Oh.
Foliage
No.
green.
I
Back
call them
when I was
moonwalk,
young, it was the OD green.
I call them moonwalk boots. Yeah, I see you. I'm like you, Liz. I've been around me. I'm a military brat also. I remember the days of starching olive green, was it olive drab green
Jeez.
uniforms, shining jump boots.
Yep.
And I can still tell you how many eyelets on each side of a pair of Army issued black, one each boot. 13. There's 13 eyelets on each side. And we used to take and put when things jumped off in the 90s, I got out in 92. But I would take, and we had to wear a dog tag around our neck and one stuck in our boot.
Yep. Oh my God. They
That's-
don't let you, this younger generation, they don't put one in their boot. We all had to. We
They-
all
they have
had to.
They have a timeout card now.
We had a timeout card. It was called First Art, knock you the hell out. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
exactly.
Yeah, I got your timeout. Come here. Step around here behind. Yeah, because I
Well-
came in right when that area when they start talking about, boy, you can't put your hands on you. But if there's no witnesses, there's a whole different story.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, who remembers wall-to-wall counseling? Who remembers the regulation wall-to-wall counseling?
I don't.
Oh, that was the old one that was, I'll send you a copy of it. It was great because anytime you had somebody with an attitude problem, there was the solution. Wall-to-wall counseling. Took care of it
Well-
really well. Your first sergeant was probably the expert at it.
Well, we had in units, we had squad counseling is what we would do. You do something or you got an attitude, you got a party that night. Yeah, it was called a
Yeah.
soap party.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes,
we put soap
yes.
in the sock and
Yes.
duct tape your ass to a bunk and beat the hell out of you. Next morning, you
Yeah.
had a whole different attitude.
And
We
here's the thing,
use that, we use that extra itchy wool blanket and hold them down.
here's the
That,
thing, look at military socks. How much have these socks been used for, gentlemen? You got what you're using them for, just talking to Ty, and now you got the soap in them to clean them up.
Hey, Ty, if you
oh, that's
use,
horrible.
You
I
saw
didn't
that
even,
one,
that's
man.
horrible. That is,
Ty, if you used a military grade wool olive drab green sock to masturbate with, you might as well just went to the hardware store and bought sandpaper. That's what you should have used. It probably would have been smooth.
that was just where the finished product went.
Well, you got tough and now you got army tough. Gives a whole new meaning.
Yeah, exactly.
But hey, Chris, Longhorn can vouch for this because as military brats, okay, let's go back to dictionary of military terms. A brat, legitimate offspring of military personnel, thought to be precocious, ubiquitous, underfoot, and insubordinate. Make the best damn troops.
Yes, and yes.
I grew up
Yes,
in the
well-
Navy. Most kids
Oh,
can
yeah.
talk, they can say hello in, one language. We can say hello in 20 languages by the time we're 6.
Hey, I used to be able to speak fluent Spanish and German, growing up because I remember, well, Linda was talking about Germany. I went to Germany and I kept looking, I went there, I performed in Germany 3 times for the troops. And I went looking, every time we would go down a highway, I kept looking for this town because it said the sign, it said, it was right there. It was right there. The sign kept pointing right there, but it was all over Germany. It was Osfart. I was looking for Osfart is what I was looking for. Yeah, and then I got into the unit, where we was doing the show. I said, man, where the hell is Osfart? It seems to be all over the place. I said, yo, dumbass, it means exit. So now we know where the word fart comes from. Osfart, yes. It means exit your body.
I got busted by my grade school, my preschool teachers because I was reciting the French alphabet with a Texas accent.
That's special.
6
That's
different
special.
schools. By 1st grade, I got voted most likely to be the new kid.
Wow.
Worst thing about it, civilians, when they're born, they get a hometown. We get a map, a compass, and a personalized game of Where's Waldo.
Yeah.
They get to go to a high school graduation and a high school reunion. We get to pay $8,000 to go to the reunions of every single freaking high school we ever went to. Yeah, of
You-
course,
you guys
after a
are-
lifetime of that, what do? We turn around and we go back in the military.
You guys are alumni of 20 different high schools.
Pretty much. Let's put it this way.
Wow.
Okay, here's a quick rundown. California, Florida, Washington, Texas, New Mexico, Colorado, back to Texas, back to Colorado, back to Texas, Little Rock, Arkansas, McGuire Air Force Base, down to the Pentagon, out to Chantilly, Virginia with the National Reconnaissance Office, back to the Pentagon, down to Langley Air Force Base, out to Scott Air Force Base in Illinois, back to the Pentagon for a third tour. Who the hell did I piss off?
I guess that would make you an official mutt.
Pretty much. And then
You-
throwing 8 deployments on top of that. My mom had a fit the last time I went to Iraq. She's like, you volunteered. I said, Mom, I'm living in DC. The DC snipers operating in the area. Bin Laden's nephew lives 2 blocks away. The first building I worked in got hit by anthrax. The second building I worked in got hit by a plane. I'm a damn sight safer in the war zone.
Wow.
That's what
You are
happens
the poster. You are the poster of every race, creed, religion. You are everything at this point. So I want you to do is when you have one of those little things you have to fill out, just mark other on your race. Mark other.
And that is actually exactly what I do.
Just
Gentlemen, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together because now it's time for our headliner. Coming to us, David Scott.
Hey! Hi, Donnie. Oh, that's me. Oh, what a fun show. Now, yeah, I'm just going to take it down a notch because you guys are having too much fun. All right. My goodness, I haven't laughed that much in a while. Anyway, yeah, Sam, Liz, it sounds like you got so many, you could have so many class rings from so many different schools. You'd have more class rings than Tom Brady has Super Bowl rings. You'd be my Lord. Anyway, so here's what's going on in my life. I have 2 cute little ducks come visit me on my patio every morning. And so I started giving them bread. And my friend Don said, don't do that. If they eat too much bread, they'll get sick and die. I said, I know. I hate ducks. A little bit about me. I named my phone Elvis because it dies every time I'm on the toilet. My name is David. I did not name my son David. I wish I'd named him Harley so he could introduce himself as Harley, David's son.
What the goddamn it.
I like coffee, but if I drink too much, I realize there are tiny spiders under my scalp weaving hair. Yeah, have some coffee. Found a spider in my sock drawer this morning, but instead of killing it, I just, in my sock drawer. Can you imagine it? Very disturbing because it belongs in the spider drawer. Found a spider in my kitchen, but instead of killing it, I started telling it about my fantasy football team, and it left quietly on its own. I like Facebook. Recently, a lady posted she was looking for a plumber to replace her water heater. I posted that it would be better to replace the water heater with another water heater. Another lady posted she found some cinnamon buns to die for. I posted she ate enough of them, they'd be to die from.
Nice.
A friend posted she bought a weighted blanket. I posted at my age, every blanket is a weighted blanket. Another friend posted, what makes you smile? I posted facial muscles. When I was a teenager, I was in a gang. We called ourselves the Electrical Workers Union Local 412. Our gang color was bright orange, which we wore reflective vests. Our gang symbol was the same symbol utility companies used to indicate where to install a street light. Now, let me tell you, our neighborhood was very well lit. I have a cousin who's an ornithologist. His specialty is the hoot owl, but he's discovered some other rare owls. He's discovered the cute owl. Instead of going hoo, hoo, it goes aw, aw. He's also discovered the toot owl. Instead of going hoo, it goes. That is my only fart joke. Thank you. Apparently, it's inappropriate to RSVP to a wedding invitation by saying, I can't make it, sorry, maybe next time. Apparently, it's inappropriate to take a couch that's sitting by the curb if it's in front of a furniture store. By the way, Taking It to the Streets by the Doobie Brothers is my favorite song about trash day. I'm about done here. We're about done. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you, Linda, for putting this together. Liz, you're a great host. Taifu and Chris, oh my crap. Oh, you guys are funny. Funny, funny, funny. This is wonderful. Let me see what else I have. Oh, last one. This is a thought joke, so you can think about this one. If you take an adult male blue whale and put it on a football field with its nose on one goal line, you'd have to reschedule that game.
Yes.
Thanks for having me. This has been a lot of fun. I haven't laughed this much in quite a while. Thank you, guys.
This has been great. Way to go, Liz.
And ladies and gentlemen, keep it going for Dave, our headliner.
Yeah.
And now back to our host with the most, Linda Marcus Smith.
Yay!
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Longhorn had to leave. Oh my gosh. Follow him. He's on there as Vernon Davis and the Longhorn, the comedian. You guys get on Facebook and post what you got going. And I know I'll share it for you. I'm sure, Liz, we can all share each other's stuff. And make sure that this video gets shared with one veteran who's sad or depressed, maybe one veteran organization. I'm hitting them all up to sponsor this so we can pay you guys. I found one organization that's come on board this week, and they're going to tell me how much we get a month to split between us. So it's not going to be a lot at first, but it's going to grow. So let's keep coming back supporting this, please.
Why don't we try to put it back into the pot? Why don't we try to put it back into the pot and build a tiny home for a veteran or something? Since this is for our brothers.
I love that. What do you guys think?
Now, wait a minute, Ty, let me understand this. So you give the money to a homeless vet instead of to me? Do I understand this correctly?
No, you see, if you leave your home, we give you this new home. So actually you can become homeless and then we can re-up.
I believe I have a retirement plan.
Last time I checked in the military, that's called a tent that we pack on our back.
At the tent.
Well, see, they doing a
Everyone still have
tiny
their
home.
ponchos that we can turn into a tiny little pup tent. Use some parachute door to go with it.
I'm pretty sure with the military now, the way they are, they probably got like just throw out a whole tent where it unfolds itself and everything else.
Yeah.
So luxury now.
Right.
But yeah, they're building tiny homes. They're building tiny homes in Denver as well too. They starting the project out there too.
Excellent.
So
Yeah.
I was just thinking about helping our brothers.
Excellent. That's an
I
excellent.
like that idea. Do you guys like that idea of taking
Very much.
at least like half of the money we get and donating it to helping a homeless veteran get into housing?
Yeah, I think and I think that'll appeal to the people that support it, that they will be able to be not just donating for comics to heal through laughter, but they're also donating to building tiny homes for homeless vets.
Yeah.
So I'm sure with that pitch, it'll help gain more supporters.
It's a great idea. Anybody object?
No.
Robert's Rules of Order are intact today. Anybody object? Speak
Great
now.
Great
One
idea.
other little announcement for everybody. We were contacted by a similar comedy group from Great Britain, so we will be starting a multinational portion of this. We did joint operations back when we were active duty and reserve and guard. We're going to be doing joint operations again in the future. So keep your eyes peeled for our fellow veterans from other countries who'll be joining us on future shows.
Yay.
When you say joint operations, you're not talking about Colorado.
No. That could be Arizona now too.
Yeah, Colorado and England would be joint operations. So there you go.
Joint operations.
So I posted this video on my Facebook page, and just please go and share it and ask people to share it with veteran companies, veteran-owned companies, and veteran organizations and sad veterans, because we want to help people laugh. That's the whole point. And if you know Tai Fu Panda, if you know of a veteran organization, or any of you do, that should be considered where Liz and I donate half of the money, let us know. Somebody that's been vetted.
No, I have one in mind, but I have one in mind, but Tom Fu might have one in mind too. But in the Dallas area, there's a group called Serenity Veterans Villages, and they do tiny houses for troops in transition. So I think that is at least one option. But Ty may already have somebody that he's thinking of.
Send me your ideas for that in right, if you wouldn't mind typing that to me so I don't lose it.
All right, absolutely. I'll send it
If
to
you
you.
put it in this chat, I won't see it, but send it to me in Facebook Messenger, please.
Yep,
And then
absolutely.
Liz and I'll vet them.
All right,
And
there we go.
okay, so there's your call back from me.
Yes, yes.
You guys are so awesome. I don't want to keep you longer, but keep coming back, and you can do the same set over and over. It doesn't matter, or different set or new stuff. Just, it was great today. You guys are so fabulous, right, Liz?
Loved having you guys. It was fantastic seeing you. Hopefully we'll see you here again next Saturday, 11 o'clock Pacific time, here at Veterans for Military. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Thanks, guys. Bye. Bye, Liz. Thank you.
Bye.